So think about your daily commute, maybe just popping out for errands. What if the car that shows up, well, has no one behind the wheel?
Yeah, it's definitely becoming less science fiction and more, well, reality these days.
Exactly. We're seeing these autonomous vehicles more often, and today we're going to do a deep dive into a pretty big development happening right here in Silicon Valley.
That's right. Waymo just got the green light from the California Public Utilities Commission, the CPUC, for a major expansion of their robotaxi service.
And we've been digging into a TechCrunch article from May 19th, 2025 to get the details. So our mission here is to really unpack what this approval means for you, the listener, what it signals for transportation around here, and just get you the key facts. Now, Waymo's not exactly new to the area, are they? They've got operations already.
Oh, absolutely not new. They're, already running commercially across all of San Francisco, plus several cities down on the peninsula.
Right, like Mountain View, Palo Alto.
Exactly. Mountain View, Palo Alto, Los Altos, Sunnyvale. You can already catch driverless rides there in certain parts.
So the current area is something like, what, 85 square miles?
Around that, yeah. It's definitely not a tiny pilot anymore.
Okay. So this new approval from the CPUC, what does it actually let them do now?
Well, this is the significant part. It basically clears the path for them to push their commercial service much further south of San Francisco. The source mentioned it includes, and I quote, nearly all of San Jose.
Nearly all of San Jose, wow.
Yeah, it's a big expansion zone.
And Waymo seems pretty pleased. They were on X, formerly Twitter, saying they're excited the CPUC approved their application for the South Bay and San Jose.
They definitely see it as a win.
They mentioned looking forward to bringing this service there, but the article also pointed out that we shouldn't expect immediate changes on the ground.
Exactly. It's not like suddenly tomorrow there'll be Waymos everywhere in San Jose. This is more about getting that crucial regulatory permission.
So it's like laying the groundwork for what comes next.
Precisely. They've cleared a major hurdle. Now they can actually plan and, eventually implement that wider service.
Okay, so the future sounds like more Waymos, more places. But let's nail down where you can actually get a driverless ride from them, like today.
Right. So, as we said, the full commercial service is up and running throughout San Francisco, all of it.
Yeah.
And then in parts of those peninsula cities, we listed Mountain View, Palo Alto, Los Altos, Sunnyvale.
So if you're there, you could potentially hail one right now.
You could, yeah. Paying customers are already using the fully driverless service in those spots.
And just to give folks a sense of scale, they're doing something like 250,000 paid trips a week across all their locations.
That's the number, yeah.
Yeah.
250,000 weekly paid trips.
Yeah.
And remember, that includes their operations outside the Bay Area, too, like in LA, Phoenix, Austin.
Wow, 250,000.
Yeah.
That really puts things into perspective. It's not just a handful of cars driving around.
It really does. That kind of volume suggests, a certain level of operational maturity and probably some public acceptance where they're already active.
Yeah, good point. That experience likely helped their case with the CPUC for this expansion.
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Okay, looking ahead a bit. The TechCrunch piece also mentioned Waymo's longer-term sites are set on SFO, San Francisco International Airport. That seems like a whole different ballgame.
Oh, definitely. Airports are complex beasts. You've got intricate road networks, specific rules, lots of different types of traffic. Waymo's tackling it with what they call a phased approach.
Phased approach. Okay, so what's phase one?
Phase one is mapping. They actually got a temporary permit back in March just to map the roadways at SFO.
Okay. So if you see a Waymo car driving around SFO now with people inside, they're not actually giving rides yet.
Correct. They're not offering autonomous rides there at this stage. It's Waymo employees manually driving the vehicles.
To basically build the map.
Exactly. They're meticulously collecting all the data the system needs to eventually navigate that environment autonomously and safely. Think of it like teaching the car the layout before it drives itself there.
Makes sense. So we've got this approved expansion into the South Bay and San Jose, plus the ongoing SFO mapping. Let's step back. What does this all really mean, big picture, for us, for Silicon Valley?
Well, I think the big takeaway is the clear direction of travel, right? This approval signals growing confidence, both from Waymo and, importantly, from the regulators, that this tech is ready for, well, wider use.
Yeah, it feels less experimental now.
Right. And if you think about the potential impact, more robotaxis could mean more transport choices for people. It might affect traffic, maybe even change how we think about car ownership, or just getting around the city.
You wonder if it could eventually help with congestion, maybe make things more efficient.
That's definitely one of the hopes or possibilities people talk about. If they can optimize routes and operate smoothly, maybe they could contribute to smoother traffic flow, especially for those point-to-point trips.
The article does sort of hint that Waymo's not alone in this space, even though we're focused on their news today. It's a competitive field.
Oh, absolutely. It's very dynamic. Lots of companies are working on AV tech. This specific news is a big step for Waymo, particularly here in the Bay Area. But yeah, they definitely have competition.
So for you, the listener, this isn't just abstract tech news. It's a real sign that autonomous driving is getting closer to being, just another part of how we get around. It might actually change your commute or how you get to the airport eventually.
Yeah, it really does bring up those bigger questions about what urban mobility looks like in the future, how our cities and our daily routines might adapt.
Okay, let's wrap up this deep dive then. Key points. Waymo got the thumbs up from the CPUC to expand its robotaxi service significantly in Silicon Valley, heading into the South Bay and covering most of San Jose.
Right, a major approval, even if the rollout isn't immediate.
And they're also pushing forward with their plans for SFO, starting with that crucial mapping phase.
It shows that steady, kind of step-by-step progress in autonomous transport. It's an evolution.
So, thinking about all this expansion, the potential for more robotaxis on our roads, what possibilities or maybe what challenges do you see coming up? What does this make you think about the future of just getting from A to B?
It's definitely something to mull over. How will this reshape our communities?
A conversation that's really just getting started, I think.